All right, welcome to my home yet again. So I got a little off topic, but I'm following this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. They're talking $500 million for this fight and splitting that or more. I just wanted to say this: he's fought some has-beens. He's fought some fighters who are octagon fighters, meaning they're full contact, elbows, knees, you name it, anything goes in the ring. Not necessarily boxer. So when you take somebody who's completely trained for that environment and then challenge them to a boxing match, I've trained for karate for many years when I was a young man. And I actually got to spar a boxer, and he was so what you're trained for is looking for those areas to kick and knee and punch and block. So it was difficult for me to spar with a boxer, but it wasn't difficult for me to spar with another person who was trained in the same sport. So I think a boxer sometimes has an advantage over that when you're in a boxing match with a guy who's used to crawling on the ground and wrestling and very little boxing skill. So he's been fighting guys like that. He's been fighting YouTubers and basketball players. And then Jake starts to fight UFC guys. Nate Diaz, he barely beat Nate Diaz. Tommy Fury beat him, and they went the distance. So Tommy Fury beat him, and Tommy Fury is not a heavyweight brawler. Nate Diaz is not a heavyweight brawler. He can box, but he's not a boxer, and he's not a very big dude. So the power is not really there. And again, he's a brawler. So he barely beat Nate Diaz. He lost to Tommy Fury, which Tommy Fury was a much better boxer, but not anybody even that I would say he is a super duper boxer. He was just a boxer. And now he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't think he's ever been hit by anybody like this. And even a Mike Tyson who, from 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I don't think he could ever withstand anything. Anything. It's just my opinion. If Mike Tyson comes to this ring trained up like he plans on it, and you can see either the acting is really good, or he really has a fire lit in his mind and his body, like, I'm coming here to fight. I'm coming here for war. And in his past, I think if Mike didn't have so much outside distractions, women, drugs, alcohol, psychedelics, you name it. I mean, party all night long, go to a fight and lose in the end of his career. And then you strip that down and get him back into, I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'm here to hurt you. I mean, he fought Roy Jones Jr., went the distance. That's two heavyweight boxers, and they went 8 rounds. Now, did they go 8 rounds all out? No, Mike wasn't in shape for an 8-round all-out battle. He looked good. Jones was running from him and taking the hits. So if we see Mike Tyson come 50% better than the Roy Jones Jr. fight, I don't care what Jake Paul has in his arsenal. I just don't think he can withstand the power behind. And Jake hasn't fought anyone who has power like Mike Tyson. I don't think he's fought anyone over 200. Has he fought anyone over 200 pounds?
What?
I don't know if Tommy Fury was over 200 pounds.
Wasn't it a weight thing, or was that the other guy?
I forget what it was. Somebody who was messing with the weight. I don't remember.
It was either Diaz or it was Fury that it was a weight thing.
I don't remember. Not over 200 pounds.
No, somebody had to lose weight or gain weight, something like that. But with one of his fights,
I think Diaz had to gain weight.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. I don't remember. Anyway, He's never fought a heavyweight boxer that was in shape. Never. He's never been hit by, anyone's statute or build or mindset or experience like Mike Tyson. If he fought the Gypsy King, it would be close to what Tyson's arsenal is. The Gypsy King is a great fighter, because he's a big dude, right? So you're getting hit with 50 or 60 pound arm, right? And the Gypsy King is by no means is a super, muscular dude like Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield of the day, or Tommy the Gun Morrison. You talk about heavyweight boxers that can bang. I mean, Tyson, I just don't see it. I'm still going to give my prediction. If Tyson is 100%, because Jake Paul can't become much more better than where he has been, right, without having the ring time. So there is ring time experience. Mike Tyson has the muscle memory. He has the experience. He knows. Is his mind, as sharp will his mind and his body move in continuity? I think so. Is Jake Paul probably going to run for him and show him some speed? I just say 3-4 body blows from Mike Tyson, this kid's going to crumble. And if Mike can land any of his signature moves on him, this kid's going to go down between 1 and 3 rounds. If it goes longer than that, it's because Jake Paul's running around the ring, avoiding him and trying to wear Mike Tyson out like a marathon sprint. But I get he's young, and I'm just gonna say I don't think, for all the money in the world, I think Jake could beat an unhealthy Mike Tyson. He could beat a Mike Tyson who has not trained, but he fought Roy Jones Jr. not that long ago. He was not tuned up, and he basically whooped Roy Jones Jr.'s ass, in my opinion. And Roy was running, and Roy was taking some punches, and Tyson was charging. So if Tyson's is charging a heavyweight, you don't think he's going to charge this Jake Paul? Yeah, he's definitely going to charge on it. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Mike fears this kid zero. Has zero fear for this kid. So let's keep it going. Stay tuned. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I don't think that age, as long as you're healthy physically and mentally, and you prepare, like you can't go to a 5K run and you haven't ran and trained, exercised, and slept, and expect that you're going to actually make it. You follow me? You're not going to do it. You need to.
It has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, yeah, it does. If you're age and you're unhealthy, you follow me? If you're mentally ill and you're physically ill and you can't, you understand, overcome that part of it, and you're going to go fight, right? Or you're mentally, physically scared.
Look at how many people look at you with 10 heads when you tell them how old you are. It's just age is just a number.
I know, but if Mike Tyson comes in sober, you follow me?
Oh, yeah.
Mentally ready. Sober, mentally ready, and trains as hard as these videos are showing that he's training, and he's cardioing up.
He's never stopped being healthy. Like, that's why they're underestimating him.
Yeah.
Like, he's never let himself go.
Right, and he said now, from 15 minutes cardio to 3 hours a day cardio.
Right. So could you only imagine how he's going to be?
How much better he is now than that's what I'm saying. What his match was with Roy Jones Jr. was not a tuned up Mike Tyson. Now we're going to get a tuned up.
And he still fought good.
Right. We're going to get a tuned up Mike Tyson for this fight. Jake Paul can't tune up himself any more than that. He's either going to do enhancements in blood doping or steroids and things like that. That's the only way he's going to be able to tune himself up. And maybe some painkillers, because he's going to need it if he doesn't knock Mike Tyson out. And, there's no chance that Jake is not going to get caught by Mike Tyson. He's going to catch some of his punches, and vice versa. I don't think Mike is fragile where, I mean, his neck's probably twice the size of Jake Paul, so he can take a punch. And that's if his head can handle it today. So, like I said, if we get 100% Mike Tyson, Jake Paul can't become anything more than what he is unless he's using peds or drugs or things like that. He's not going to gain any more ring experience other than fighting who he's fighting, but you can't compare the real ring time to a real fighter. You follow me? So he's going to be in the ring with a real fighter, even though he's older. And this could be completely opposite. Tyson can go in there and get murdered, but based on what I saw from the Roy Jones Jr. fight, I'm going to consider that a real fight without them really punching in the face. And Mike was charging the whole time, so, you know. And what I noticed in his younger fights, I don't even think Mike knew where he was. When he knocked somebody down, he was so into his performance of what he was doing and that fight. Like you see it, like he's banging, and boom, dude goes down. He's walking to the wrong part of the ring because he's not paying attention to what's around him or the noise. He was so in tune with everything he had into that fighter that they always had to grab him and shove him to the other side of the ring and say, you're at the wrong end. You're at the wrong end. If we get that focused, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul is really in for trouble. Thanks for watching.